Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Money Podcast, your source for all things money. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all this other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Brion Crum on the line, and he's SVP of Wealth Development over at Caliber Companies. Brion, welcome to the show.
Adam, it is great to be on the show with you and your followers.
Oh, man, so I'm excited to get to today's topic. So we're going to talk about the Opportunity Fund and how Caliber Companies is using that to help revitalize communities. But before we do that, let's go a little bit further into Caliber Companies. So tell us a little bit more about the business, please.
Thanks, Adam. Caliber Companies is a vertically integrated real estate investment development company. We're headquartered in Scottsdale, Arizona, and specifically what we do is on behalf of our investors, we acquire, renovate, and operate commercial real estate in a diversified portfolio. That includes office buildings, self-storage, student housing. We have mixed use and retail projects as well as ground-up development. Anything that we can do to come into a community and make an impact by making a real estate investment opportunity that will also have a job creation component behind it.
Talk a little bit more about the Opportunity Fund program for us. I don't want to assume that everybody listening is quite aware of what's going on.
Yeah, the Opportunity Zone program was created back at the end of 2017, and what it does specifically is it allows an investor to, instead of writing a large capital gain check to Uncle Sam when they sell an asset, which could be a business, it could be real estate, it could be rebalancing their stock portfolio, it enables them to invest into a qualified opportunity fund that then invests those dollars into an opportunity zone, of which there are over 8,000 across the entire country. So the first benefit they get is instead of owing a capital gains tax bill to Uncle Sam in the following year, they will actually be able to defer any capital gains taxes until at least 2026. And at that point in 2026, if they would have made an investment in 2020 or 2021, they actually will get to reduce the amount of the original tax, capital gains tax by about 10%. It's a really powerful program that was designed to bring capital back into communities that have really been left behind during the recovery from the Great Recession.
So at the end of this, I'm going to give you the opportunity, of course, to leave websites and stuff like that so that people that want to learn more about Caliber Companies can obviously connect. What are the right types of investors and or individuals that are typically a good fit to work with Caliber Companies?
So when you look at who our current investors are, it's really a pretty broad-based group. It's people that have grown and sold their family business. It's real estate investors that may be selling off limited partnerships that they've invested in, or it could be their own real estate. It has also been entrepreneurs that have been able to be successful, received venture-backed funding from VCs, and received some capital gains on the sale of some of their shares. We're also seeing a lot of doctors in the process of selling medical practices, and pretty much any type of an investment that you sell with a capital gain is eligible for this program.
So what can you give an example of maybe a project that you're working on right now at Caliber Companies, just to give a little bit of flavor to this so that people understand what exactly you're doing?
Yeah, so right now in our diversified fund, we have over 5 projects that are active. I'm going to talk about a couple of them today. The first one is a behavioral health care hospital. So Caliber bought a vacant assisted living facility in an opportunity zone in Central Phoenix. This was in an area that it's a great neighborhood, but this particular property had fallen into disrepair. There were homeless people living in there doing drugs. It was truly a blight on the community. So Caliber, on behalf of a behavioral health care operator, is renovating the property and converting it from an assisted living facility into a behavioral health care hospital. So 95 beds is definitely going to bring some much needed mental health care to people that may not have been receiving it already. So this is really a medical office building investment with an experienced operator that is going to create jobs and provide much needed medical care to people in the community.
Man, that's awesome. Tell us a little bit more about. I know you also do some work in the co-working space. What do you have cooking over there on that one?
Yeah, this one is really exciting for me personally. So a few years ago, I had helped start a national entrepreneurship community called Alliances. That stands for Entrepreneurial Alliances. And through that community, we have partnered with several co-working spaces to help bring more awareness and resources to local business owners. So inside of the Opportunity Zone in downtown Mesa, Arizona, Mesa is the 30th largest city in the country, although because it's a suburb of Phoenix, many people may not have heard of it, but they have a very vibrant community in downtown that is part of an expansion of Arizona State University. So in conjunction with that, Caliber has bought about 10 buildings in downtown Mesa, right on the light rail, and we're in the process of converting an old antique store into a brand new co-working space. This opportunity came to Caliber specifically because we're partnering with another co-working company that is expanding to Arizona from other states, and they only wanted to be in an opportunity zone in Arizona. And because of Caliber's entrepreneurial spirit, it is really going to be a perfect partnership.
Oh man, that's amazing! I love to hear this. What a great project! It's just something that can really change a community around from something that was maybe wasn't serving the community properly, or it wasn't the best use of space. And now you put something like a co-working space. I mean, think of the things that can come out of that. It's just awesome.
Oh, absolutely! We're so excited about helping more people start and grow their businesses, creating jobs, and doing it right down the street from one of the most innovative and largest universities in the country, being able to tap into those resources, being able to hire students as interns for the companies, and then the business partners at the co-working space will then be able to partner with the students anytime they wanted to launch their own businesses.
Man, that's awesome. So, Brian, understand that you have an announcement. You have something coming up on the 14th. Can you give us a little bit? I know we can't spoiler it, but I know you have. I saw in the show notes. I'm like, are you sure we can't break the news? I guess we can do a pre-break the news. Maybe we'll call it.
I love it. So on July 14th, we're going to be doing a special press conference with the mayor of Mesa and one of our senators and our partners in this co-working space. So we're going to make a big announcement about the launch of this co-working space in downtown Mesa on July 14th.
Man, that's exciting. I'm excited, and I hope that all goes well, which I'm sure it will. So, Brian, really appreciate you having you on the show today. If somebody's listening to this and they want to get more information on Caliber companies, to follow the projects or to talk about investments or just to see what's going on, I mean, what's the best way for listeners to connect with you and Caliber companies?
Yeah, that's a great question. The first thing they can do is they can take a look at our website. So they can go to caliberfunds.co. So that's caliberfunds.co. They can also look at our corporate site where they can learn more about the company overall, not just our real estate funds, at caliberco.com. And then my personal contact information is my cell phone, which is 480-349-6573, or they can email me, and my name spelled unique is Brian with an O, so it's Brian, Brion, at caliberfunds.co.
Fantastic. Well, Brian, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about the projects you're working on over at Caliber Companies and really using that those opportunity zones to the advancement of improving communities. So I think it's great work you're doing over there. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave a review in the Apple iTunes store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Money, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments on the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Brian, thanks again for coming on the show.
Adam, it was great being on the show with you. Have a great day.